I suppose it's time for another reset the clock. We've got a SJW feminist, also a guy that runs EVO online. Turns out to enjoy photos of young boys with their junk out in exchange for money or privilege. He has been removed as the CEO of EVO Online, and EVO Online has been canceled. Now, it's important to point out that these are just claims right now. Clearly, there's enough going on behind the scenes to warrant his removal from his job, and by his own admission, his behavior is unacceptable. EVO CEO, also known as Mr. Wiz, replaced by Tony Cannon. EVO Online canceled. There's a new EVO CEO, July 22nd, 2020, announced the previous head of EVO, Joey Kuehler, I'm going to guess, has been placed on administrative leave after he was accused of terrible behavior. Following that, multiple companies, competitors, and commentators pulled out of not only EVO Online, but pledged to not support events as a whole due to his presence. Now, a new statement confirms co-founder Tony Cannon is the new head of Evolution Championship Series. In addition, EVO Online is canceled. Here is the new statement confirming Tony Cannon as CEO, and it's also confirmed that EVO Online has been canceled. Refunds will be issued, and the event will donate what proceeds would have potentially come from EVO Online to Project Hope, a charity that works around the world to provide aid and relief for healthcare workers worldwide. It had been held July 4th through August 2nd, and itself was a replacement for EVO 2020, which was canceled as a result of the coup. Now, Richard Lewis has been covering this well. And by the way, Richard Lewis, always a solid follow, by the way. Guy that cuts through political bias and reports things very clearly. Saying, congrats to all those in the FGC, that's the fighting game community, and Smash community who spent time policing people's wrong opinions on Twitter while propping up and enabling actual predators. Great job. After the stuff you put me through, hope you're happy to be labeled as 100% complicit. Now, what is Richard Lewis talking about? Well, the fighting game community is run by rabid SJW types. And I know that terminology is kind of dated nowadays, but I don't really know any other way to describe them. Far, far left. Banning people from being at their tournaments for wrong think online. I think you can start to piece together the reasons why the power structure within the FGC and Smash teams never wanted to get too big or to have new people come in and run things. Too many scumbags hiding in the shadows. Too many moldering skeletons in their closet. He also goes on to point out and release what appear to be some DMs, and again, just screenshots. So take that into account. After claims he bribed a teenager to show their junk surfaced yesterday, co-founder of EVO, Joey Mr. Wiz, has now shown to be requesting pictures of junk in exchange for tournament privileges and potential event work. Send me a pic of you in your underwear and what size boxers you wear to Mr. Wiz at whatever, 2013. Why don't you take the 3D printer and print out replicas of your junk? You can't sell EVO stuff without our permission. And going on. Maybe you will get upgraded once you join the Dong Club. Saying, I'll upgrade you once you join. Now, do you want a job there? I could probably make that happen. That's July 7th, 2015. Now, Mr. Wiz has come out to say, first and foremost, I'm sorry I never meant to hurt anyone. I was young and reckless and did things I'm not proud of. But I've been growing and maturing over the past 20 years, but that doesn't excuse anything. All I have been trying to do is become a better person. Once again, I'm truly sorry. You're truly sorry you got caught. And then you got Pitmaster Broda here owning him over his core values tweet. But you see stuff like this. I'm so sorry this was brought up to you if you were supporting me. I would also like to apologize to the black community for casually throwing racial slurs around. If that made you feeling differently about me, I'm sorry. Joey coming in here. You're also not welcome at any EVO events for the foreseeable future. For more information, look at our code of conduct. You also have this. Remember when the DOA stream, there's a problem that there's a reason Joey didn't like beautiful females. Let's put it that way. The DOA ad that aired on our stream does not reflect the core values of EVO or the FGC. We ended the stream temporarily to protect the integrity of our brand. We sincerely apologize to our fans. What was it? It was the commercial for the Dead or Alive girls embracing jiggle physics. Totally fine commercial in my opinion, but nonetheless. Now, if we go to Joey's second tweet, he's obviously watching the situation in 1 hour. If you're going to post fake DMs, at least do some research. My Twitter username wasn't even Mr. Wiz from 2010 to 2016. Obviously a smear campaign, always going to be guilty before innocent on social media. Maybe he's right. I mean, if these are fake DMs, then we shouldn't be doubling down on it. But there are other claims. There are other claims. The CEO here, Colin, saying the CEO of EVO himself just admitted. This is unbelievable. Joey, founder and CEO of the fighting games tournament EVO, was accused by Twitter users of predatory and bad behavior. According to complaints, he paid tokens for younger people to get undressed and jump into swimming pools, most of whom were underage boys. Another charge states that he made a 17-year-old boy show the size of his junk for money. After denunciation, several companies that count on their games in the tournament are withdrawing and speaking out against him. According to the organization of the event, he is being investigated while being suspended from the company. Now, this is not even the first major outing in the EVO or in the FGC right now, and I think it's important. I think that it's important to understand that the overwhelming majority of people that enjoy fighting games or play in EVO or are involved in it are obviously good, kind people that are disgusted by the behavior of these individuals, whether it's Joey or the puppet and senpai situation. You know, she was 20 something getting handsy with a 14-year-old kid. However, when you have a structure like EVO, very tight, very accusatory of other people's behavior, I think it's reasonable to wonder why. There's a reason why, I believe, so many of these kind of, how do you say, mob mentality people, we seem to have all sorts of skeletons in their closet. We saw with Senpai, her Twitter feed was full of, speak out, let your voices be heard. I condemn this behavior. And it turns out she was a predator in her own right. Just because she's a girl doesn't make it any different. And you have all of these people protected by other people. It's just like with the old Mr. Jeffrey. There are people that knew and said nothing. And that's the worst part about this. To me, it's pretty clear that the CEO of EVO did use his position of power to behave very poorly in a predatory manner. And he himself admitted it. So why are you having young boys disrobe? I don't know if he's openly gay or what the situation is. People have been saying that. It doesn't matter. Again, I never meant to hurt anyone. I was young and reckless and did things I'm not proud of. I've been growing and maturing. I mean, why? What about being young would have you paying boys to disrobe? I don't really know, what to tell you. I mean, he's getting hit with OK pedos and all sorts of stuff like this, and rightfully so. And I'm guessing that over time, more things will be said about Joey. More claims will be made. Some of them will be true, some of them won't be true. But the fact of the matter is he essentially admitted it. Allegations involving young boys. Are you kidding me? And then EVO statement. We are aware of the claims that have been made against Joey. The behavior in those accusations runs directly counter to EVO's mission of building a safe, welcoming environment for all of our players and attendees. We take this responsibility very seriously. Accordingly, Joey has been placed on administrative leave pending a third-party investigation. Sonic Fox announced Thursday that he would not be competing in EVO this year amid these claims. I mean, good. Clean it up. I don't really understand. I mean, you have the DOA ad, the guy responsible for helping end DOA 6 because of this just got removed from EVO for being a, what do you call him, a nonce? Is that what people say? I mean, this is great. I think it's good that you're clearing these people out. I'm going to say it. Are you saying this guy doesn't look like he did? Yeah, he does kind of look like it. EVO Online, you know, hopefully he can just retire and the event can continue and can be renamed. But ultimately, I think this is a good thing. He's being removed from the company, and anybody else who knew, by the way, anybody else who knew should be gone too. Don't just stop here. Don't just put one guy away. Find out everyone else who knew and enabled it and protected him, and they need to go too. Clean it up. Hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.